Yun, okey. Sige, paano tayo ganong gabihin? So, I think we could resume na 'no? It's already past 1:00. Habol na lang yung hindi pa nagjo-join uli, 10 pa yung nawawala. But anyway, I think we could start na 'no? Okay, so let us continue. Saan tayo 'no, 21. So same topic pa rin ito. So base sa problem 'no, habol na lang yung iba, nawala pa. So 21, in how many ways can you invite 3 or more of your 15 friends in a given party? So 3 or more. So ibig sabihin, the total number of element to be considered, that is 15, no? Yung 15 na barkada mo. So magpapa-party ka. So let's say birthday party. So mag-invite ka, ilan ang invite mo? R is what? 3 or more. Ano ibig sabihin ng 3 or more? Ibig sabihin, or you may invite either R is equal to 3, no? R is greater than or equal to 3. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng 3 or more, which means you may invite either tatlo lang or apat, lima, or kung meron naman enough budget para sa handa mo sa party, so pwede mo lahat invite yung 15. So 3 or more. Okay? So since mag-i-invite ka lang naman kapatid, so how many way you may invite 3 or more of your given friends. So since mag-i-invite ka na lang naman, wala naman siguro kung sequence kung sino una mong invite, ano? So at that case, you're just going to use what? Combination. So required. So sabihin natin number of guests. Okay? Or your visitor. No? So G na lang. No? So this is the total number of way. So total number of guests or visitors or your friends, ano? Invited. Total number of ways or total number of friends, not friends. So pwede na lang natin sabihin, sige, friends na lang, no? So total number of ways, friends, invited. Okay? So, in this case, we're just going to use what? A combination. Kasi mag-invite ka lang naman eh. So, that is NCR. But since R is 3 or more, so pagka or, anong gagamitin natin? No? That is addition. So, pagdating dito, masyado marami. Either kunin mo yung combination, 15 combination of 3, tapos plus mo sa 15 combination of 4 hanggang umabot sa 15. So, kapag ka ang term 3 or more or sabihin natin greater than or equal, so pwede nating i-simplify yung or, gamitan na lang natin ng summation, no? And C R. So, paano kunin niya ng mabilisan? So, the total number of guests, possible way to invite guests or friends, that is only para isahan, summation. So, yung N, input mo na, no? Combination. Then, ang babaguhin natin dyan, si R. So, gagawin na lang natin, etong R, gagawin mo siyang X kay Q, ano? So, ngayon, yung ating X dito, that is the lowest value of R. No? Since 3 or more, lowest value is what? 3. Hanggang ilan? 15. So, ibig sabihin nito, you just add 15 combination of 3 plus 15 combination of 4, so on and so forth hanggang umabot sa 15. No? Para hindi natin isa-isahin, since ang term is or, that is just summation or addition, so gamit na lang ako ng summation kay calculator. So, you have now the answer. 15, ayan. So, kunin mo yung summation. So, you have 15, shift, combination, yung R, gagawin kong alpha X. So, since 3 or more, lowest is 3, hanggang ilan? 15. So, equal mo. So, the total number of ways you may invite 3 or more of your friends. So that is 32,647. So 32,647. So ayan siya, no? So we have the final answer. Okay? So that is only combination since you're just going to buy. Number 22. 5 different color flags. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung number of element na pwede natin pagpilian. Sabihin na lang natin, ito yung red, yellow, blue, then orange, at saka green na lang. No? Ayan yung 5 different color na pwede natin gamitin to create, anong gagawin natin? Signals, to make a coded signal. Ang tanong, how many signals can be made if a signal consists of a display 2 or more? O ulit, 2 or more. So, ibig sabihin ng R should be greater than or equal kanina. 2. Anong kailangan natin gawin? That is coded signal. Okay, so from the term itself, signal, so ano gagamitin mo yan, di ba? Signal, parang pin code natin. So, kailangan proper ang arrangement ng pagka-input ng element natin or number sa pin code para ma-activate lang yan. So, signal itself, alam natin, kailangan proper sequence yan. So, you have to use one, permutation. So, hinahanap lang ng problem is the total number of coded signal. So, sabihin ko na lang, S of S, ano? So, this is the total number of signal created or simply signal. Since signal ang gagamitin natin, so you have to use what? Permutation. So, gagamit lang tayo ng NPR. Since kaparehas kanina, you have to add permutation of 2 plus permutation of 3 hanggang umabot ng 5. So, para hindi tayo mahirapan, pwede natin gamitin yung alin? Summation. Basta or. So, kapag may ganyan, 2 or more, no? Paramihan, you have to use your summation. So, NPR. Kaparehas kanina, papalitan lang natin yung R sa calcu ng X. So, therefore, pwede na natin pinutin yan. The total number of signal that can be created using these 5 different color plugs, wherein signal, it could have 2 or more different plugs. So that is only using our summation. Ilan si N? That is 5. Permutation, X. Okay? So X is star. Lowest value of R is 2. Highest value, of course, that is equal to N. So yun na agad. That should be the total possible signal created. So 5. Permutation of alpha X. X start with 2 hanggang 5 lang yan. So equal mo. So we have 320 possible number of signal that can be created, which composed of either 2, 3, 4, or 5 flags. So, 320. So, meron ba? Ayun. We have 320. Okay? So, iwanan ko yan. Let us try the next problem. So, a certain electric company will needing another lineman. Ilan ang kailangan nila? So, they are hiring 7 new lineman and 4 tellers doon sa kanilang office. No? In how many ways can this company choose from 9 lineman and 6 teller who qualified for the given position? So, parang kaparehas lang kanina yan. Gagawa tayo ng committee. Same lang yan. Kasi lahat nung i-hire mo as lineman, no, pare-parehas yung position. Lineman yan. Ano? Sila yung nakasabit sa poste. Then, yung teller, so sila bahalang taga-kolekta ng bayad. Ano? So, at this case, for number 23, so i-separate muna natin yung group of people or element na qualified to become a lineman. So, ilan daw ito? 9. So, you have also, separate natin yung group. So, teller, sabihin na lang natin para maging cashier, no? Ilan lahat daw yan? So, 6. So, yung total element na pwede natin consider, that should be what? 15. Pero dito sa lineman na qualified for that position, ilan lang ang kakailanganin natin? So 7, ano? Dito sa teller, ilan lang ang kailangan natin? 4. So which means, yung total na new employee na kailangan natin i-hire, that is only 11. So, hinahanap ng problem, what should be the total number of ways you may hire? Okay? So, sabihin natin, required. Okay, so this is the total number of ways to hire new employee based on our restriction. So ulit, lahat ng i-hire mo na lineman, pare-parehas. Lahat ng i-hire mo na tender, iisang position. So in that case, gagamit lang tayo ng combination. Kaparehas kanina. So the number of ways you may hire new men first, pili muna tayo, no? How many ways you may hire? 7 out of 9. So that is just 9, combination of 7 ulit. Then, how many ways you may hire? 4 out of 6 qualified. So ulit, ano ang term na ginamit? Maliwanag dyan, no? N. So pagka N, isa lang yan. You have to multiply. Okay? So that is the total possible way at which you may hire new employee. Pero in this case, with the following restriction, the 13 or the 11 new employee should be composed of what? 7 lineman and 4 teller. Okay? And chip, combination of 7 times 6, combination of 4. So, ilan ito? 540. Yun ay ating final answer. Okay. So, yun, sakto. 540. So, iwanan na natin yung arrangement of this given element. So, pwede na natin putahan yung ating probability. Kasi in dealing with probability, requirements na marunong tayong mag-arrange. Ano? So, dito naman, ang hinahanap ng probability is the chances. So that is the chances or possibility na yung ating arrangement na ginawa kanina lumabas doon sa ating situation. No? The probability of the given event. No? Probability, it is just the possibility that the given event or the given situation will happen. So we may express probability that the given event, probability that E represent a certain event na hinahanap natin. The probability that this given event will happen, it would be the ratio of the number of this required event over the sample space of this given event. So, anong meron dyan? Ano? That is also the ratio of N sub E over S sub E. Sir, ano po itong S sub E? Ito yung tinatawag ng sample space. Sir, ano po ibig sabihin yan? Sa madalit salita, ito lang yung, let's say, nag-conduct ka ng certain experiment. Ito yung total possible outcome or output. Okay? So, sample space, this is the total possible output in a certain event or a certain experiment. Let's say, nag-toss tayo ng dice. Okay? Isang dice lang. So, ilan ba yung number or pieces ng dice? 6. That is either turning up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, ibig sabihin, pag nag-toss tayo ng isang dice, so therefore, the total possible output is having 6 different element. Yung mga element na yun, yung different 6 spaces numbered 1 to 6. So therefore, yun ang total sample space natin. No? Total sample space, that is the total possible output. Ngayon, ano yung N sub E? This is the number of required output. Oh, let's say nakataya ka doon sa dapat lalabas is 2, 'no? Tumaya ka doon sa 2. So, tinos na yung dice, 'no? So, ang taya mo is nandun sa number 2. So, ilan ba yung 2 doon sa ating dice? Isa lang. So, ibig sabihin, ang required output mo, isa lang. Ngayon, kung tumaya ka sa 2 at saka 4, so therefore, dalawa yung required output mo. So, in that case, ano yung chances na mananalo ka? So, mananalo ka kapag lumabas is what? 2 or 4. So, in that case, ilan yung required output mo? Dalawa. So, kung dalawa yung required output, so the required output over the total possible output, that is the possibility. No? That is the probability that the given event will happen. Okay? So, yan lang naman yung probability. Now, most of the time, kapag masyadong marami na yung sample or total possible output at saka itong required output, so itong dalawa, kinukuha yan using the arrangement. No? I-arrange natin, no? We will try to recognize the total possible output, the arrangement of output, ganun din yung required output. So, itong dalawa, pwede mong kunin yan using either combinations or permutations. But most of the time, they are solved using combination kasi selection lang din lang naman eh. Diba? So, sa toss natin, walang problema kahit ano yung unang lumabas. Basta lumabas yung output natin. So most of the time, itong total sample space at required output can be solved using one combination, lalo na pag marami na yung kailangan nating output na hinahanap. So on and so forth. Okay? So that is only the probability. That is the possibility that the given event will happen. So let us try for problem number 24. So, gumawa daw tayo ng experiment, ano? Nga, an experiment consists of rolling a pair of dice. So, dalawang dice, no? Ni-roll natin. Let E1 is the event that A7 occurs. And E2 is event that an odd number occurs on even dice. So, find the probability that E1 will happen. So, ito kapatid, pag dice problem, para mas makuha natin madali yung total possible output, ganito ang kanyang simplified, no? For dice problem, so anong dice problem na to? Ito yung either rolling, throwing, okay, of a given dice para madali nating makuha yung total possible output. Basta any problem that includes dice. So to get the total possible output, ganito ko na lang siya sinusolve, no? For the total possible output ng ating dice, since kada dice, meron siyang 6 different output, numbers 1 to 6. So, i-erase mo na lang yan kanino sa product ng capital N at saka si M. Okay? So, ano yung N, no? Itong capital N, number of dice. So, ilang dice ang ginamit, ano? For this given problem, pares daw. So, for this problem, ang N natin is what? 2. Kasi pares. Okay? Ano yung capital M? Ito naman yung number of roll. Okay? Or throw. No? Kung ilang beses mo ni-roll yan or kung ilang beses mo yan hinagis. So, at this case, ilan lang yan, ano? Isa lang ang experiment. So, yun na agad. So, this case, M is equal kanino? 1. Kaya kapag kinuha natin, yung total possible output for this given dice problem, that is only 6 squared. So, you have what? 36. So, yun na yung total possible output. So, dalawa yung event na hinahanap natin. Yung first event, o yung required output, sabihin natin, dahil 2 dice yan, E1 is the event that 7 occur. So, pwede, yung first event na hinahanap natin na yung sum ng dalawang number, kasi dalawang dice yan. So, pag niroll mo yan, dalawang number ang makikita mo. So, I think, yung hinahanap dito is sum. So, sum of the two number, it is equal kanino? 7. Okay? So, sum of two number, that is 7. Ngayon, yung ito naman na hinahanap ng problem, ito yung since meron kang 2 dice, okay? And ito is event that an odd number occurs on dice, okay? So, ibig sabihin, dalawang number, basta meron kang odd numbers, okay? So, ito, basta may odd numbers. So, sino yung mga odd number doon sa dice, no? Si 1, si 3, at saka si 5, no? So, basta nandoon yung 1, 3, at 5, included na yan kanino? I-sub 2. So, ngayon, hinahanap muna ng problem for number 24 required. What is the probability that the first event will happen? So, ibig sabihin, ito yung number of required, no? Number of E1, at ito yung total possible output. Okay na tayo sa total possible output. So, kailangan na lang is what? Sum of 7. So, pwede mo isa-isahin, no? Ito kasi 36 lang yung possible output. So, pwede natin i-plot yan, ano? Or simply, mag-isip ka ng number between 1, from 1 to 6, na kapag inad mo, that is what? 7. Tapos bibilangin mo na lang. Or simply, ganito siya, no? Para mas madali natin makita agad. So, since 2 dice yan, ilalatag ko rito yung number ng bawat dice. Ito yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yan yung possible output ng first die. Ito yung possible output ng second die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So, therefore, since yan, ito yung mga outcome, ano? Ito yung mga possible answer natin. So, kapag inad ko, 1 and 1, the sum is 2. Ito is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ano? 1 plus 6, 7. So, 2 plus 1, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is 10. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So, ito ngayon, yung total possible output. Etong naka-gitna, no? Ito yung 36. So, pag binilang mo ito, lahat yan is 36. Ngayon, hinahanap natin, sum is 7. So, hanapin mo lahat ng 7. So, ito ngayon lahat ng 7. Ano? Okay? So, lahat yan 7. So, anong gagawin mo? Bibilangin mo na lang kung ilan lahat ng 7 na yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, there are only 6 possible outcome na ang sum is ano? 7. So, therefore, the probability, ilan lahat yung sum is 7. So, that is only 6. Ilan lahat yung total possible output? 36. So, therefore, the answer is what? 1 over 6. So, yun na siya. No? Ayun. 1 over 6. Okay na ko ha? So, that should be the answer for problem number 24. So, ibig sabihin, ito, the number of sum is 7, you have 6. Okay? So, si 25, same condition, iba lang hinahanap. Ano naman? Find the probability that ito will happen. So, if ito will happen, hanapin natin ilan lahat yung may odd number. Okay? So, ilan lahat yung may odd number. So, basta may 1, ito lahat ng odd number. Ito, yan, di ba? Ilan lahat ito? So, you have 1. Ito, multiply mo lahat yan, kapatid, ano? So, sino? Basta may 1, odd number na yon. So, sino lahat ang may odd number, no? 1, 3, at saka sino? 5. Okay, so ilan lahat yun? Tatlo dito, kapatid. Basta may 1, 3, and 5, matik yun. That is what? Odd number. Bilangin mo ngayon, ilan dito? 6 na agad yan. Another 6. Another 6. So, ilan lahat yon? 18. So, basta may 1, 3, and 5. Either yung 1 or either yung first die ang may 1, 3, or 5 odd number. Or yung ating first die or second die naman ang may 1, 3, and 5. Basta may odd number. Okay, obviously, alam naman natin, dun sa 6 number, tatlo doon odd, tatlo doon is even. Kaya automatic, yung number of odd, ilan lahat ito? Probability that a given odd number will appear, that is only equal kanino? 18 out of 36. So, technically, that is only what? 1/2. No? 1/2 lang talaga yan. Kasi kalahati, tigta-tatlo yan. Di ba? Tatlong odd number, tatlong even number. So, probability na odd, that is only 1/2. So, ayun, no? You have 1/2. Okay? Iwanan ko, number 26. O, same experiment pa rin. Ano lang hinahanap? Find the probability that E1 and E2 will happen. Okay? So, anong tawag natin dyan? That E1 and E2 will happen. So, yun tinatawag nilang dependent event. Pero pag kinuha mo yan, the probability that E1 and E2 will happen, ito ang makikita ko. Yan. So, that is the probability that E1 and E2 will happen. Sir, ano ibig sabihin ng baligtad na U? So, itong baligtad na U, ito nga yung tinatawag nilang intersection. Okay? So, kapag yun union naman, no? Pagka binaliktad natin, ginawa ng U, that is the union. So, at this case, intersection. Sir, paano yung intersection na yan? Pag intersection yan, it is actually defined as the probability that the first event will happen. You just multiply to the probability that the second event will happen. No? Yun ang ibig sabihin ng intersection. Ngayon, kung hindi mo na-guess itong intersection, anong term na lang ginamit? N. Pagka N, anong gagamitin mo? Multiplication. Yun din ang ibig sabihin. So therefore, kanina, nakuha na natin that the probability that the first event will happen is 1/6. I-times na lang natin, probability that the second event will happen, 1/2. So therefore, ano ang sagot? That is only 1/12. Okay? So 1/12. So 1/12, that is also 3/, ano yan? 3/36. So ano ibig sabihin yan, no? Na yung sum is 7 and at the same time, odd number. So nasaan yun, no? So odd number, etong si 1, odd number yun. Pag inad ko kay 6, 7. So ito yung isa. Nasaan pa? Si 3, pag inad ko kay 4, 7. Okay? Then yung 5 at saka 2. So 5 plus 2, 7. So ito yung sa 26 na hinahanap. 7 yung sum, tapos nandoon si odd number. Yun ang ibig sabihin. No? So eto sila. 1, 2, at saka 3. Okay? Nandun si 5, nandun si 3, nandun si 1. Na ang sum is ano? Ayun, 7, 7, 7. Okay, nakuha? Any question regarding number 26? Or simply, pag sinabi nating N, intersection, or simply multiplication. Okay? So, iwanan ko yung problem number 26. So, let us try now number 27. For 27, Determine the probability that an ace, 10 of diamonds, or 2 spades appear in drawing a single card from a well-shuffled ordinary deck of 52 cards. Okay? So ngayon, M. This is the total number of element na pwede natin pagpilian, ha? N lang. Sino ito? Ito yung 52 cards. Okay, 52 cards. So ngayon, kukuha lang tayo ng isa. Pipili lang ng isa at random. So ibig sabihin, that is just combination 1. Okay? Ano yung hinahanap natin? So required. What is the probability that the event will happen? Oh, ano yung event na hinahanap? Yung event na hinahanap natin, that the given card, that is either what? An ace. Oh, so dapat ace ito, or 10 of diamonds, or 2 of spades. Yan. So, ibig sabihin kapatid, first, kukunin ko muna yung total sample space. Okay? Sir, paano kunin total possible output? Anong experiment ba yung ginawa mo? Out of 52 cards, kumuha ka lang ng isa. Okay? Randomly selected. So, therefore, ano lang gagamitin mo? Combination, randomly selected lang naman eh. 52, combination of 1. So, ilan ito? That is also 52. So, ngayon, hahanapin mo na yung number of required output. Okay? Ano ulit yan? This is only 4. O, bilangin mo na lang. Ilan lahat yung ace? 4 yan. No? 4 yung ace. Specific, 10 of diamond lang, isa. Specific, isa lang din ulit yan. So, therefore, the number of required event, ilan lang? So, 6. So, therefore, you have now the answer. The probability of the event will happen, that is just the number of required output over the total possible output. Ilan ito? 52. So, 6 out of 52, or that is simply 6 over 52, ilan lang yan? 3 over 26. Yun na yung ating final answer. Okay? Meron? Yun, eksakto. So, iwanan ko yung 27, ano? Simple lang yung probability once na alam at nabivisualize natin yung experiment na ginawa. So, let's say for number 28, a shipment of 10 Samsung Android TV contains 3 defective. Okay? So, at this case, yung total element na pinagpipilian natin, yung 10 units ng TV. Okay? Kumbaga, kapatid, sa iyong appliance center, meron pang stock na Smart TV or Android TV. Ilang piraso? 10. Yun nga lang, base sa inyong record, dito sa 10 na yan, hindi pa natatanggal yung mga sira o yung defective. Okay? So, na magkakasama pa doon sa 10, yung 3 naka-record na defective. Sabihin natin, dyan sa 10, 3 daw dyan defective. Ibig sabihin, yung 7, good condition. So, ito yung total number of defective. You have total number of defective. Ngayon, eto na, may bumili. Okay? Find the probability that a certain person receive at least 2 defective units after buying 4 TV sets. Okay. So, ilan ang binili? Dumating isang customer, pumili ng ilan? 4 para bilhin. Yan. So, bibili lang ng 4. So, ibig sabihin, combination niya. Yan nga lang, dito sa 4 na binili, may specific composition. Anong binanggit, ano? Dito sa 4 na binili, at least 2 yung defectives. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nun, kapatid? Find the probability required. Probability that the given TB, okay, yung nabili, at least 2 defective. Anong ibig sabihin? At least 2 defective. Ibig sabihin, the probability that a person buys a TV set wherein, dun sa 4, 2 is defective or hanggang ilan? 3. Kasi 3 lang naman yung defective, no? Probability that the number of defective received is at least 2. So, anong ibig sabihin? Ang composition pala nito, pwede, doon sa 4 na binili, 2 nakuha mo defective, and ilan pa? Ilan lang yung good condition? 2 din. No? Or, pwede, doon sa 4 na binili mo, kamalas-malasan, napili mo 3 defective, tapos 1 lang yung good condition. So, ano yung chances na bumili ka ng 4, at least 2 ang na-receive mo na defective, or at least 2 sa na-receive mo are what? Defective. Okay. So, first, palagi mong kukunin yung total possible output. Doon ka muna. Anong total possible output? Pumili ka lang ng 4 sa 10. So, how many way you may select 4 out of 10? So, that is just 10 combination of 4. So, ilan ito? No? Kunin ko na agad 10. Combination of 4. Yan yung total possible output, 210. Sir, paano kunin yung number of required output? Okay. First required output, ito yon. 2 defective and 2 good condition. Ilan ba yung defective? 3. How many way na nakuha mo yung 2 sa 3? So that is only 3 combination of 2. Then, how many way na nakuha mong 2 ay nandoon sa good condition? That is 7 combination of 2. Ano yung term na ginamit dito? That is N. Ibig sabihin, 2 defective and 2 good condition. So, multiply. Ito yung first option. Ano yung pangalawang option? Or 3 doon sa defective na kuha mo. So, or yan, so ipa-plus natin, 3 defective, ilan na nakuha mo? 3. Ibig sabihin, sa 7 okay, 1 lang ang nakuha mo. Anong gagawin mo? Multiply. No? Ito, you multiply, ito multiply, then ito 2, you just add. That is the required output. Okay? So, you have 3 combination of 2 times 7 combination of 2. Okay, 63 na yan. Tapos, i-add ko na lang sino? 3 combination of 3 times 7 combination of 1. Lagyan ko na lang ng close parenthesis para eksakto. Yun. So, 70. So, the total possible way na bumili ka ng 4 at yung nakuha mo, at least 2 are defective. So, you have 70 possible. So, therefore, the probability that after buying 4 TV sets, you receive at least 2 defective. So, the total possible output, it is 210. The number of required output, that is 70. So, ilan yan, kapatid? That is only 1/3. Tama ba? 70 over 210. So, that is only 1/3. May 1/3 ba sa problem? Ayun, 1/3. That should be answer. Okay? So ba? Any question regarding this particular problem? Okay? May tanong ba rito kapatid kung paano kunin itong total possible output at saka yung number of required output. Kasi ito lang kinuha natin. So, ibig sabihin, parang ang experiment na ginawa mo, randomly selected, 4 out of 10. Dito 10 pagpipilian, alam natin, 3 dyan defective, ito lang. Okay, so ito yung ating required. Kumbaga, ito yung restriction kanina. No? Ito yung restriction na dapat dito sa 4, 2 defective, 2 good condition. Or 3 defective, 1 lang good condition. Yun ang ginawa natin kasi the term used is at least 2. Okay. At least 2 or simply 2 or more. Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Parehas lang yan, no? At least 2 or 2 or more defective. Eh, 3 lang defective, kaya hanggang 3 lang tayo. Hindi pwede na 3 lang defective, umabot ka hanggang 7. Diba? Malas-malasan lang yun. 3 lang yung alam na defective. Nakakuha ka pa ng 4 na defective. So, malabo. Okay? So, any question regarding number 28? So, iwanan ko si 28, ha? 29. A single throw of 2 dice. Okay? So, ulit, single throw of 2 dice. So, dice problem. Kukunin ko na agad yung total possible output. So, 6 raised to n times n. So, at this case, ilan si n? In a single throw of 2 dice. O, dalawang dice ulit. Tapos, single throw. Therefore, ilan ulit ito? 36. Okay? Ano yung event na hinahanap natin? Ano yung output na kailangan natin? Throwing, not more than 5. Ibig sabihin, throwing, not more than 5. So, possible siguro, dahil dalawa yan, yung sum na lang ulit, no? Sir, palagi bang sum? Hindi naman. So, since dalawa yan, pwede mong i-perform kahit ano, no? Pwedeng MDAS. Either product, either difference, either sum, or either quotient. No? Baka depende sa problem. Pero dito, not more than 5. So, pinakamadali, that is just the sum. No? So, ang sum niya, not more than 5. So, ibig sabihin, not more than, that is 1. Equal or less than to 5. No? So, sino ang ibig sabihin na hanap natin? Either ang sum is 5. Either ang sum is 4. Either ang sum is 3. Either ang sum is 2. Okay? So, therefore, hinahanap lang dito, what is the probability that the sum of two number appear it is less than or equal than 5. Okay? So, kanina, meron tayong dice problem. Ito yung possible output, tapos bibilang na lang tayo, ano? Para hindi ko na lang ulit sila i-draw. Erase ko na lang kanina. Okay? Sum, not more than 5. So, equal to 5. Ito lahat yun. De, kunin natin yung pababa. Ito siya ngayon. Ayan lahat yung hinahanap natin. So, obviously, bibilangin na lang natin yan. So, lumalabas ngayon that the number of required output, ang required output natin, sum, is less than or equal to 5. So, bilang lang, no? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, 10 yan. In that case, tapos na ulit tayo. The probability that the sum of two number after throwing a dice, two dice once, it is only equal to 10 over 36. So that is what? 5 over 18. That should be the answer. Meron ba 5 over 18? Ayun. Cuts tayo. Naku ha? Any question regarding problem number 29? Yun nga lang, yung ganitong approach, para dito lang, no? Yung total of 36. So, let's say, ginawa ito, tatlong dice. Ay mahirap nang i-plot yun. Three-dimensional cube na ang gagamitin natin plotting para makuha ito. So, pagka nadagdagan pa ito, pwede mo na lang isa-isahin, no? Yung mga possible situation kung saan magsasatisfy dito sa ating required. So, tulad dito, let's say, ayaw mong gawin ito. Sum is less than or equal to 5. So, pwede mo munang hanapin ano na yung mga number na pwede ang sum is 5. So, sino yun? 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3, at saka 1 plus 4. So, ilan lahat yun? So, apat ka na doon. Then, sum is 4. Ano yung mga sum of 4? 3 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 1 plus 3. So, yun ang ibig ko sabihin pag nadagdagan pa, no? Instead, isa-isahin mo lang o isipin mo na lang kung ano yung mga number just to satisfy this required event. Pero kung 36 lang yan, para hindi ka mahirapan mag-isa-isa, o pwede mong gawin itong table na to, no? Mas madali mo pang maintindihan bakit ganun ang aking sagot. Okay? So, iwanan ko yan, kapatid. So, let us try number 30. Okay, so for number 30, a team of quizzer of 5 students is to be chosen for a math contest. So if there were 10 male who qualified to become a quizzer, a member of quiz team, and 8 female candidates for the team, what is the probability that the team created by their coach will have a 3 male and 2 female? Pares lang kanina, no? So, ibig sabihin, gagawa tayo ng team. Yun yung event or experiment na kailangan natin i-consider. Ilang element lahat ang pagpipilian. The total element to be considered ay yung number of male and female that are qualified to become a quiz member or quizzer, no? So, 10 lalaki, 8 babae. So, this is 18. No? 18 lahat yan. Which is, dalawa ang kanyang composition, ano? Male na lang, ilan ito? 10. Then, meron din dyan na female, which is 8. Okay? Yung ating team, ilan ang member? So, that is 5. Ngayon, ano yung restriction? Ito daw, dapat itong ating given quiz team shall compose of 3 males and 2 females. Okay? Or, for male, ilan daw ito? 3. And R for female, it is 1, 2. Okay? So, hinahanap natin what is the probability that our quiz team is composed of 3 male and 2 female. Okay, so pag kinuha natin yan, probability of this given events, yun na lang natin, kunin mo muna yung total possible output. Ano yung total possible output? How many ways you may create 5 out of 18? So, ito yung total number of groups. Group of 5 na pwede nating magawa using 18 different students. Yun nga lang, ito yung total, no, arrangement. Kumbaga, nandiyan, pwede yung 5 lalaki lahat diyan, pwede babae lahat, no, so on and so forth. Kaya ito yung total possible way. So that is 18 combination of 5. Ano yung hinahanap natin? Yung hinahanap natin composition, itong 5, 3 males and 2 female. So first, how many way? You may select 3 out of 10. So meron kang 10 combination of 3. And you have 8 combination of 2. So that should be the possible way. You may select 3 male out of 10, 2 female out of 8. Anong term? N. So you just multiply. Yun yung ating required output. So required output over total, ayun na agad. Simple lang. 10 combination of 3 times 8 combination of 2. I-divide mo lang 18 combination of 5. Saka mo na equal. So we have 20 out of 51. Ayan na yung ating possible answer. 20 out of 51. Ayun. Kuha na. No? Okay? So, any question for this given type of probability? Simple lang yan. Sa probability, madali lang yan. Ano? Simple mathematics lang gagamitin ko. Yun nga lang kasi, maraming nahihirapan dyan. Kasi English. Lalo na pagka hindi na-gets yung situation na binigay ng problem. Siyempre, pag hindi mo na-gets talaga, naintindihan yung situation, mahirapan ka na. Hindi mo alam kung paano yung i-divide mo, i-multiply mo. So on and so forth. So, yun lang naman. Kaya pagdating dito, that is more on practice lang talaga. Kasi simple lang yung computation, ratio lang eh. So, dalawa talaga yung term dyan, ha? Tatandaan mo para hindi ka maligaw. Basta n, multiply, or you just add. Right, next. Find the probability of a 4 turning up at least once in 4 tosses of a pair dice. Okay? So, ito, pwede nating isolve dun sa usual computation. Ngayon, pwede ko rin itong isolve using, para mas mabilis siya, gagamit ako nung tinatawag na so yung iba naman, ang tawag nila sa binomial distribution, that is probability of repeated event. Ibig sabihin, ginawa mo ng paulit-ulit ng repeated, as in literal na repeated. Ngayon, tinawag din naman siyang binomial kasi bi is 2. Ibig sabihin, in every experiment na ginawa mo, there are always only 2 possible output. Dalawa lang yung possible output. Palagi. No? Yun naman si binomial. So, po, pwede yan. So, tulad dito, pwede natin siyang isolve using binomial or repeated event. Sir, bakit repeated? Kasi itong ating dice, okay, a-die o single die, ilang beses natin tinos? 4. So, 4 na beses natin inulit. Ngayon, ano yung nahanap natin? Doon sa 4 na beses na ulit na tinos itong dice na to, ano yung probability na doon sa 4 at least once lumabas yung 4? Di ba may 4 doon? So, at least 1. Ibig sabihin, pwede doon sa 4, isang beses lang natin napalabas yung 4. Pwede 2. Pwede 3. Or pwede 4. Okay? So, para mas mabilis siyang isolve, ang pinakamadali dyan is binomial. Sir, bakit binomial? Kasi yung output, either lumabas yung 4 or hindi. Yun lang naman yan, di ba? Pagka tinos mo yan, either lumabas yung 4 or hindi. Ganun lang siya, ha? So, paano natin kukunin? So, for probability of binomial distribution, yan, B na lang, ano? So, ang gamit kong formula dyan, para madali siya, ginagamitan ko na lang ito ng summation. Summation ng n combination of x multiplied p raised to x multiplied q raised to n minus x. So, si x, ito na yung variable sa kan q. So, si x, that is simply from R1 up to R2. Okay? Sir, ano pong meron? So, itong small n dito, that is number of times at which the experiment is done. So, ilang beses ginawa. So, this case, ilang beses tayo nag-toss ng dice? 4. So, yun si n. Okay? Ano itong p? Itong p na to, this is the probability that the event will happen. Ibig sabihin, ito yung chances kada toss na lalabas sino? Si 4. Okay? Ano yung Q? Ito yung chances na hindi lalabas yung 4. Okay? So, ibig sabihin dito, si N, that is number of times that the event or the experiment is done. No? Total number of times the event is done. Was done. No? Total number of times that the event is done repeatedly. Okay, ilang beses ginawa, no? So, si X variable lang yan. Itong P, ito yung chances or probability okay, probability that the event will happen per try. Okay? So, kada try na gawin yung experiment ay, so yun yung chances na lalabas yung hinahanap nating output or event. So, etong Q, chances na hindi siya lalabas or it is always 1 minus P. Yan palagi yan. No? 1 minus P. Sir, ano po itong R? So, itong R, no, from R1, so R2, ito yung number of times that the event happened. No? Total number of times. That the required output. Ayaw magsulat ng aking naubusan ng ink. Total number of times that the output, the required output occurred or happened. No? Required event happened. Okay? So, ilang beses lumabas yung hinahanap nating required output. So, yan si binomial distribution. So, dito, isa-isahin natin, ilang beses natin ginawa yung pag-toss ng dice? 4. Okay? Ano yung hinahanap nating output? So, the output is in every try, lalabas yung 4. Ilan lang ba yung 4 doon sa ating dice? Isa lang. At yung base ng dice, 6 yun. So, therefore, the probability that 4 will turn up per try, that is what? 1 out of 6. Okay? At yung chances na hindi siya lalabas, therefore, that is what? 5 out of 6. So, yung 5 out of 6, ibig sabihin, ito yung either lumabas yung 1, 2, 3, si 5, or 6. Ito, ang lumabas is 4. So, 1 out of 6. So, kada toss natin, ang chances na lumabas si 1 o si 4 is 1 over 6. Ang chances na hindi siya lalabas, 5 over 6. So, kaya yung tinawag natin binomial. So, every try, either lumabas yung 4 or hindi. Okay? Siya. Ngayon, ano yung R natin? So, at least once. So, ibig sabihin ng at least once, yung R natin, at least once. Either 1 hanggang ilan? 4. So, at least 1. So, ibig sabihin si R should be greater than or equal kanino? Pag equal to 1, ayun, at least once. Less than or equal hanggang kanino? 4. Ha? At least once. Ilang beses ba natin ginawa? 4. So hanggang 4. So pwede yung R natin umabot ng 4. Pwede 3 lang. Pwede 2 or 1. So ibig sabihin, ito yung magiging value ng R1. Ito yung magiging value ng R2 dun sa ating equation. So in that case, pwede mo nang diretsuhin. The probability of R is either 1, at least 1. Bakit 3 ang nalagay ko? So 4, this is under binomial distribution. Kunin mo na lang yung summation. Ilang beses ginawa? 4. Combination, yung variable x, multiplied. So you have 1 out of 6. I-raise natin yung variable x. I-times natin ng 5 over 6 ng 4 minus x. Yan. X start. Ano yung R1 natin? 1 hanggang saan? 4. Okay? So, yan na siya. Pindutin mo na lang, kapatid. Kailangan may input mo ng tama. So, 4 shift combination of variable x. Maglagay ka na ng times. Then, meron tayong 1 over 6. Raise mo na lang kanino? X. Tapos, times ulit. 5 over 6. I-raise natin na 4 minus alpha x. Then, R1, 1. R2, hanggang 4. Tsaka mo na equal. Yan. So, ilan siya, no? 671. So, 671, i-divide natin ng 1, 2, 9, 6. So, that should be the answer. Meron ba? Ayun. 671 over 1, 2, 9, 6. Exacto. Sir, kala ko po ba kanina ang dice problem, ang total possible output is 6 raised to. Kapag kinuha mo 6, ilan yung dice natin? Isa lang. Ilang beses mo pinos? 4. So, 6 raised to 4 lang. Ayun yung 1, 2, 9, 6. Diba? Ano yung required output? Dapat makita mo si 4 doon. Ilan ito? 4. So, mahirap nang i-plot. Hindi nakakayanin ng plotting natin kanina. So, kung isa-isahin mo, ilan naman ito? Napakarami rin. 671. No? 671. Kaya at this case, much better nang gamitin yung ating binomial distribution. So, binomial distribution yan, if the given experiment or event or given experiment is done repeatedly several times. At kada ulit mo, dalawa lang yung possible output. Either lumabas yung hinahanap mo or hindi. So, pwede mo siyang gamitin na binomial distribution. So, ito na yung kanyang general formula. Ang nagbabago na lang dyan, ano value ng N, ano value ng P, ng Q, at saka si R1 at R2. Okay? So, may tanong dyan, kapatid. Any question regarding number 31? So, that is under binomial distribution. No? Yeah. So, ganyan lang naman palagi si binomial. So, yan lang yung medyo isa sa ibang formula pagdating kay probability, yung ating binomial distribution. Lalo na kapag ilang beses or maraming beses ginawa yung same experiment, much better use the binomial distribution para mas mapabilis yung computation ng chances of the given event or required output kaysa sa isa-isahin natin. Ano? So, ito kanina, madali ito kung single, no? Kung once lang ginawa yung experiment, hindi na inuli. So, doon applicable ito, doon advisable itong mga previous computations natin. Pero if the given experiment is done repeatedly several times, you have to use what? Binomial distribution. Okay? So, iwanan ko yung number 31. So, let us try number 32. The probability of a certain event happening exactly twice in 4 trials is 18 times the probability of it happening exactly 5 times in 6 trials. So, ibig sabihin, nag-perform tayo ng same experiment. So, dalawang beses natin ginawa or two given situation. Yung first time na ginawa natin yan, inulit natin ng ilang beses. 4, no? 4 trials. Okay? So, hindi tayo nakontento doon sa nakuha natin. So, ginawa mo ulit yan at inulit mo naman ng ilang beses. 6 trials. So, napansin mo ngayon, anong binanggit ng problem? Yung probability ng required output nating hinahanap nung 4 na beses natin siyang ginawa is 18 times the probability of it exactly happening 5 times in 6 trials. No? So, eto siya. So, per situation, ilang beses natin ginawa yung same experiment. So, initially, N1, ilan siya, no? 4. Ngayon, ano yung R natin? Since exactly twice, so R is 2 lang. So, if R is 2, ibig sabihin, R1 and R2 are just what? Equal. So, kung equal lang si R1 at R2, huwag ka nang gumamit ng summation. Automatic, itong X, that is the value of R. Ha? Tatanggalin mo na yung summation. Kung ito, gagamit ka ng summation. Kasi R is within a certain range. Ngayon, ito, exacto lang. Ibig sabihin, R1 is 2, R2 is 2. So, hindi na siya mag-i-increment. Tapos agad. So, kung walang increment, tanggalin mo na lang yung summation. Yun lang ibig sabihin nun. So, kinuha natin yung probability niyan. Okay? So, sabihin natin yung probability nito nung first situation, that is just simply what? Sabihin natin, that is walang binigay na value, ano? Sabihin na lang natin is A. Yun lang, no? Ngayon, hindi tayo satisfied. Inulit natin yung same experiment. Ilang beses ang ulit? 6 naman. Okay? Ano napansin natin? Dito, sa 6 na beses, 5 times na lumabas yung hinahanap nating event. At nakuha natin yung probability na kung 5 beses lalabas yung ating required output, ang probability niya, sabihin natin is what? D. So, ito hinahanap ng problem. Required. Find the probability that it will occur in one trial. Ibig sabihin, that is our P. The probability that the required event will happen per try. So, hinahanap natin sino? Si P. Anong condition at which? Ito, maliwanag ha? The probability of an event happening exactly twice in 4 trials is 18 times the probability of it happening exactly 5 times in 6 trials. So, anong ibig sabihin? That si A ko, it is equal kanino? 18 times D. Si A, that is the probability that the event will happen twice in 4 trials. At si B is the probability that the event will happen 5 in 6 trials. So, A is equal kanino? 18B. Ano ba yung probability ni A? So, using binomial, this is equal kanino? You have N1, that is 4, combination, ano si R? Is 2, multiplied kanino? P, ilan si R? That is 2, multiplied, ano si Q? Q is 1 minus P, raised to N minus X. Si X is R, so that is only 2. Okay? At ang value ni B, ilan ito? 6 combination, ilan naman? 5 times P raised kanino? 5 multiplied Q is 1 minus P. 6 minus 5 is simply 1. Ha? Galing dito kapatid ha. Ito siya. Si X, that is the value of R. Ayun na, X is equal to R. Since isa lang yung R, wala nang increment. So kung hindi na mag-increment si R, tanggalin mo na lang yung summation. Diretso ka na dyan. So you just substitute to the given equation. So therefore, for combination of 2 multiplied P squared multiplied 1 minus P squared equal kanino? 18 times 6 combination of 5 P raised to 5 multiplied 1 minus P. Okay? So, simplified mo natin konti. Pwede kong tanggalin na ito. Tira na lang yung isa. Pwede kong tanggalin ito. Tira is ilan? 3. Okay? Ano na lang naging equation, kapatid? Pwede na, this is only 4 combination of 2 times na lang kanino? 1 minus P. Equal yan kay 18 times 6 combination of 5 multiplied kanino? P cube. Okay? Kung ayaw mong i-simplify, pwede ka nang mag-shift solve dyan. Makukuha na natin si P. Okay? So, 4 shape combination of 2 times 1 minus alpha x. No? Alpha equal, meron tayong 18 times 6 combination of 5 times alpha x raised to 3. Yung, tapos shift solve, input na lang tayo ng given 1/2 or simply 0.5. Tsaka mag-equal ay yun. Ilan si P? 0.333 or that is simply 1/3. Ibig sabihin, the probability that this given event will happen per trial is what? 1/3. Okay? That is only 1/3. Anong letter? Ayun, those. Nakuha? Any question regarding number 32? So this is under binomial distribution. No? May tanong dito kapatid? Any question regarding this problem? May tanong ba kapatid? So iwanan ko yan ha. Binomial lang ulit. So 33. If a certain couple has 3 children, find the probability of that their children are all boys. So 33. Pwede nating isa-isahin yan or pwede mabilisan binomial. Sir, bakit po binomial? Okay? Di ba? Pag nanganak yan, kahit sino naman, pag nanganak, dalawa lang naman yan. Ano? Wag muna natin isama yung LGBT kasi pagka nanganak yan, so yung biological, ano niya talaga, biological, ang tawag natin dito, yung kanyang preference natin is either male or female, no? Kanyang kasarian. Yung biological niya sex is or that is either male or female. So, dalawa lang, either lalaki or babae. So, since tatlo yung kanyang anak, ibig sabihin, 3 beses ng anak niyan. So, pwede natin sabihin, the number of times that the experiment is done repeatedly, 3 beses sila nag-experiment na magkaroon ng anak, matagumpay naman. So, this is what? 3. Ano hinahanap? Yung probability na boys yan. Eh, syempre, boy or girl lang yan, 1/2. Kaya yung Q, that is also 1/2. Ano hinahanap natin? Na dapat yung 3 anak niyan, 3 boys. Okay? So, sabihin, unang anak, boys. Pangalawang anak, boys ulit. Pangatlong anak, boys ulit. Okay? So, first is boy, second is boy, and third is boy.
Ano probability na boy ang lalabas sa unang anak? 1/2. Ano probability sa second? 1/2. Ano probability sa pangatlo? 1/2. So therefore, ano gagawin mo lang yan? Boy and boy and boy. Ibig sabihin, you multiply. 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. So that is only 1/8. Or simply, using binomial distribution, probability that R is equal to 3. So, ilo lang yan. 3 combination of 3 multiplied 1/2. Okay, so 0.5 raised to 3. I-times ko, 0.5, 3 minus 3, or that is simply 0. So, yung 0.5 raised to 0, that is only 1. Ayun, kapatid. Pag kinumpute mo, 3 combination of 3 is 1. So, 3, pakita ko na, combination of 3 times 0.5 raised to 3. 1/8 yan. Yan, 1/8. Ibig sabihin, kung isa-isay mo kasi 3 beses. Yung una, lalaki. Ano probability? 1/2. Pangalawa, lalaki ulit. 1/2. Pangatlo, lalaki ulit. 1/2. So, boy and boy and boy. 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. You have also 1/8. Or using probability of binomial distribution. Okay? So, iwanan ko yung binomial distribution. So, number 34. So, if a point is drawn inside the circle with radius 10 centimeter, with 10 centimeter radius, what is the probability that its distance from the center is more than 5 centimeter? So, paano yan, ano? So, let's say, kunin natin yung circle na yan. Ayan, okay? So, ang radius nito, that is only 10 centimeter. Now, kukuha tayo ng isang point. Okay, so let's say ito yung point na yan. Kuha tayo ng isang point. Ito yung point. Ano daw yung chances na itong point na kinuha natin, ang distance niya sa center is more than 5. Paano natin kukunin yun? So, what is the probability that a given point probability na yung distance, the distance of a given point, it should be greater than kanino? 5 cm. So, dapat ang distance niya from the center is greater than 5. So, siguro, unang tanong dyan is, ilan ba yung points na meron sa circle? No? Inside the circle, napakaraming points yan. So, therefore, to get the total number of points available in this circle, anong gagawin natin? Kukunin mo na lang yung area. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kapag kinonsidered natin yung area nung circle na yan, the area inside the circle, ito lahat yung possible output. So, ito yung total possible points na pwede natin i-consider will correspond sa area. So, sobrang dami points niyan. Kaya to get to consider all the given points inside the circle, kunin natin yung sakop niyang area. No? So, lumalabas the total possible output. Ano yung output na yun? That is getting 8 coins. Coin tuloy. Wala ulit. Getting a point. Para makakuha ng isang point dito sa loob ng circle. So, ang kukunin natin is the total possible points at makukuha natin yun using the area. Okay? So, therefore, the total possible output, which is getting a point inside the circle, will correspond kanino? Area. At alam natin, ang area is pi r squared. So therefore, this is, ilan ang radius niya? 10. So you have pi times 10 squared. So this is only 100 pi. Now, paano kunin yung required points? So dapat yung points, ang distance niya from center is what? Greater than 5. So ibig sabihin, kung maglalagay ako ng isa pang circle dyan, ayun. So let us consider ang radius ng circle na to. Same center, ang radius nito is ano? 5. So ibig sabihin, yung lahat ng points na kailangan natin, that is the given point outside the small circle. Ito yun. So, ito yung mga points na hinahanap natin. Kasi ito mga point na to, that is already nasa labas ng maliit na circle. Kung nasa labas yan ng maliit na circle, ibig sabihin, ang distance niyan from the center, it is now greater than kanino? 5. So therefore, kukunin na lang natin itong area na to. So paano kunin ang area nito, kapatid? So at this case, the number of required output, that is the area ng color green, which is the area of annulus. O paano kunin yung area ng annulus, di ba? Area lang ng big circle minus the area of what? A small circle. O, ano ang lalabas, kapatid? Therefore, this is pi, area ng big circle, that is 10 squared. Minus area ng maliit, that is what? 5 squared. So, yun na yung required. So, therefore, the probability that a point selected inside the circle, ang distance is greater than 5, it is again the ratio of what? Required output. So, this is pi multiplied kay 10 squared minus 5 squared over the total possible points, which is 5 times 100 na nakuha na natin initially. So, cancel na lang yung pi. So, you have 100 minus 25 over 100. Yun na lang yan, no? Yung pi cancel na. So, equal 3/4. Okay? You have only 3 over 4. That should be the answer. Meron bang 3 over 4? Ayun, eksakto. That's time. Nakuha? Any question regarding problem number 34? So, sa sobrang daming points sa loob ng circle, to consider all that points, pwede mo lang kunin yung area. Kaya dito, ang ginamit natin para makuha yung total possible output is the area of the bigger circle with radius of 10 centimeter. And to get the given point inside the circle, which is 5 centimeter, at least 5 centimeter distance from the center. So that is the area of the shaded portion, which is the area of annulus. Tawag natin din annulus. Area lang ng big circle minus area ng small circle. Okay? So you have only 3/4. Nakuha? Any questions regarding problem number 34? Okay tayo kay 34, kapatid? May tanong ba? Any question regarding that particular problem? Right? So, isama ko na itong 35 bago tayo mag-coffee break saglit. 35. From experience, it is known. Itong tanong na ito, sikat na sikat. Ito, lalo sa electrical, no? Kasi ito yung isa sa paborito talagang ibigay pagdating sa mathematics. Ito mismo, napakarami kasing variation nito. So, yan na yan. Marami palagi nalabas yung mother's voice na yan. So, base sa given data, based on the experience, it was recorded that 90% ng lahat ng 1-year-old kayang ma-recognize. Hindi lang 90%. Palagay ko, almost na. No? Pero base sa problem, 90% ng lahat ng 1-year-old na children kayang i-recognize yung boses ng kanilang nanay. But actually, kaya naman talaga yan. No? 90% base sa problem. Now, kumuha tayo ng 25 na 1-year-old. So, nag-perform tayo ng experiment. So, kumuha tayo ng 25 sample or 25 1-year-old children. So, ibinigay itong test. Ito, anong klaseng test? Ipaparinig yung different voices, mga mother. So, ano daw yung chances? A random sample of 25 1-year-old children are given this voice recognition test. Find the probability that at most 4 children do not recognize their mother's voice. So, hinahanap natin, do not recognize. So, ibig sabihin, kada sample, kada bata, pag niran natin yung voice recognition test, ano lang ang possible output? Either makilala niya or hindi. Di ba? Either recognize niya or hindi. Ibig sabihin, yung bata si A, ipaparinig yung boses mismo ng nanay niya. So ngayon, base sa problem, 90% ma-recognize niya. Siguro pag na-recognize siya, magre-react siya. So kapag hindi siya nag-react, ibig sabihin, hindi niya nakilala yung boses ng kanyang nanay. Ano? So in this case, ilang beses ginawa? Since 25 yung ating 1-year-old, paulit-ulit lang na ginawa, no? 25 times. Since hinahanap dito, do not recognize, ibig sabihin, yung hinahanap natin, yung chances na hindi makilala yung boses ng kanyang nanay. Base sa problem, base sa data, 90% of 1-year-old can distinguish or recognize their mother's voice. So, ibig sabihin, kung 90% kayang i-recognize, ilang percent lang ang hindi. At this case, P is 0.1. At si Q, ito yung 0.9. Okay? Nakuha? Kasi hinahanap dito is do not recognize. Ngayon, hinahanap na problem dito sa 25 times na yan, find the probability that at most 4. Sir, anong ibig sabihin ng at most? So, ibig sabihin ng at most, si R should be less than or equal kanina 4. Pinakamatas kasi at most 4. Pwede rin pala si R is what? 0. Okay? So, 0, ibig sabihin, lahat na-recognize. Walang hindi. Pwede rin isa. Pwede rin dalawa. Pwede tatlo. Pwede 4. Hanggang 4. At most 4. Okay? So, yun ang hinahanap natin. What is the probability that at most 4 of these 25 children do not recognize their mother's voice? So, using binomial distribution, pwede ko na diretsuhin, ano? So, gamit ako ngayon ng summation. Ilang beses inulit? 25. Combination. Variable x times 0.1 raised to x times 0.9 raised to 25 minus x. Okay? I-start si x. Ano ang R1? 0 hanggang saan lang yan? 4. So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng at most 4. So, R is greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal kanina 4. So, ulit, bumalik lang tayo sa binomial. Ano? So, 25 times na lang ginawa. Alpha x. Alpha x times 0.1 alpha x times 0.9 raised to 25 minus alpha x. X start with 0 up to 4. Tsaka mo na equal. Yun na yung sagot. So, ilan siya? In percentage, that is what? 90.2%. That should be the answer. So, that is the chances or probability that at most 4 of the 25 one-year-old children do not recognize their mother's voice. So, 90.2, ayun siya. Balik, tama. Okay? Ako ha? Any questions regarding problem number 35 before tayo mag-coffee break saglit? May tanong ka ba din? Any